Would it really be the Luna Classic journey if it wasn't 2 steps forward, 1 step back? You tell me.
Get it on!
What is up, everybody? It's I, SG80, coming to you from Glorious Shatville, as always, and thank you so much for stopping by for some TLC. I'm talking Terra Luna Classic, so thank you so much. If you like this sort of content, do let me know. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and just let me know what you want to hear. Today, I am discussing some recent happenings, maybe, a few days too late, but just giving you my take, so take that for what it is. Let's start off with, of course, the recent pump that we saw, and of course, in the last week or so, a bit of a retracement. The thing is, I've placed out some fibs here from the most recent, I'm going to say swing, and what I'm considering a swing and what you consider a swing are going to be completely different. I'm just plotting some stuff out, and none of this is financial advice, so take it with a grain of salt. So I plotted out this most recent high low. So and again, by swing, this day closed lower than the previous and lower than the next day. So this is what I'm going to consider the most recent. This one is higher than or lower than this one and this one, so that's why I didn't use that. And as we continue up, that's how I plotted it out. And then this big one is just from the overall, from where we were at its lowest low to the highest high last week. We can see that we are in the down retracement right now, which is fine. It's just the way markets flow up. Lower lows, or the higher lows, lower highs is what we want to see. Higher lows, higher highs. That's the way, that's what I meant. And we kind of see here at the half, at the 0.5 mark of the overall fib and the 0.32 or 382, they're very close together. So if we see something kind of in this area, I might dip back in or possibly wait for a 382 retracement. Kind of coincides with this 236 on the most recent fib. That's kind of, it's not the point of the video today, but I just wanted to kind of point that out and let you know this retracement kind of makes sense. I mean, we saw it down here, we're seeing it here. This one's a little bit more dramatic just based on the move that was made. So I'm okay with this. This just kind of makes a lot of sense. And, we're in week 2 of December. So in a couple more weeks, 2-3 weeks, we're going to see the next burn from Binance. So that should pump something up. Now, on to the main 2 steps forward part of this. We had, of course, back in August, the passing of the dynamic minimum commission. This passed, great. It actually got implemented since then. Wonderful. Commissions are being distributed around amongst the validators. Perfect. That's exactly what it was meant for. Just so the Nakamoto index would be decreased and centralization would be, well, decentralized, decentralizing the voting power. So this was awesome that it got passed. It was awesome that it got implemented. So who was it? It wasn't Strath. It was Frag Dude, I believe, the one that actually got this implemented. So again, thanks to him and whoever else helped him out to get that done. Amazing. So step 1. Step 2, I just saw a couple days ago, formation of the Terra Classic Coalition, and that includes Vin, who was on the L1 team that did not get funded again. Frag, who I just mentioned, Gevik, also part of that L1 team, Strath, and Happy Catty Crypto. You guys know my stance with HCC. Big fan. I believe that this kind of group, Happy, Strath, Frag, those guys, I will support those 3 for sure. Vin and Gevik might have a bit more work to do to gain my trust, but the fact that they are in open communication with the other 3 leads me to believe that, you know what, maybe they are trying to help out this chain. So this came out, I thought, wow, this is amazing. It's free. However, there is a section in here that said if necessary, they will submit a proposal for payment. I think it's down here. The TCC is volunteering, so not requesting funds for most work done. Funding for specific projects, such as SDK upgrades, may be sought from the community pool by individual members of the TCC if needed. Granting these, of course, is subject to a Terra Classic proposal. All right, so that makes sense. Anyway, this I saw, hey, here's step number 2. Wonderful. And then, of course, the TLC drawback or step backwards, decreasing the validator set from 135 to 100. I don't claim to understand how to become a validator. So maybe this does make more sense than what I'm giving it credit for. However, the way that I see it, in my personal opinion, is that when you start knocking pegs and voters off, you are no longer decentralizing the validator pool. You're actually centralizing things more and more and condensing it into a tighter and tighter spot. So that is not decentralization. I don't understand how this ended up passing, but it did. Mind you, again, like I said, I'm late to the party on this one. This passed on the 29th of November, and it is now the 9th of December. So I'm just kind of airing out my annoyance that this actually passed. You passed something that made it so the voting power, I had said voting pool earlier, voting power was to be spread out evenly amongst the 130 validators. And that process had begun. And now you're just saying, okay, that's going to happen, but to a smaller section of, or subsection of the validator set. I don't know, everybody. It's a little bit confusing. I really hope that people thought this out. I mean, it passed, so enough people had to agree to this. It could have just been, again, because of the high voting power at the top, they may have said, yo, we've actually lost a bunch of commission already. Maybe we need to shrink that size down so we're not losing more to these smaller validators. I'm really not sure. Again, I don't claim to know how to become a validator, so I can't really say, but just based from where I'm sitting, it doesn't make any sense to shrink that validator set. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Maybe you can enlighten me as to how one would have become a validator and why this actually makes sense. Just reading it as is, it doesn't make sense. So enlighten me. I would love to hear it. If you do like this sort of thing, if you like hearing my 2 cents, please hit that subscribe button, as I am trying to hit the 500 mark. That's my next goal of subs. And of course, 1,000 thereafter. But, you know, 1 step at a time, 2 steps forward, 2 steps forward. That's what I'm going for. So help me get to 500. That would be a great milestone for me. Hit that like button. I think that helps the algorithm, helps me get sought and found out. So that would be nice. And again, leave a comment in the comment section. That's it. This is ISG80 coming to you from glorious Shatville. Stay healthy, stay safe, a lot of love. Until the next one, I'm out. Peace.